like, how have you found the journey? Obviously, you've got a product that you've wanted to launch for a long time. And I know there's chats that we've had in the past. What kind of challenges have you come up with and to over time?
Oh, well, my first challenge, I guess, was the fact that my husband worked away. So I had a small baby and was trying to deal with a job that
Hmm.
paid with a pension and then trying to do this part time. And that went on for quite a few years. So I actually felt that I was doing neither job particularly well because I couldn't give my all to both of them and my daughter as well, was obviously the key, the inspiration, as it were. Other challenges, and I guess if there's any women in the audience, they won't be surprised to hear me say this. I am a single female founder, also in a product related businesses that's pre-revenue. Now, if you pitch that to any potential investors, I'm not SaaS, I'm not fintech, I'm not an app, I haven't got a co-founder, and it's almost like a step back all the way. It seems to me that the world's moving towards a place where we don't need any product.
Yeah.
But in my view, babies will still need somewhere to sleep. They can't
But
sleep in an app.
because I know it was at St. James's Park, wasn't it, when we saw each other, and you had a series of pictures, and
Yes.
I just couldn't believe it. I almost just wanted to sit next to you and just say nothing, just to kind of, but it's ridiculous that that would almost be a thing. But again, I can see why if you're an investor, you worry about a solo person that you invest
Yeah,
in.
I
But
get that. Yeah.
why the woman thing? And I think it's one of those things that it needs to change, and I don't get it.
No, it's disappointing at every level, but I think there are moves, there are slow moves in the right direction now. I think people have wised up to it after the Rose report that was done by I think it was the chief executive, Nat West, that did that. And I think people are more aware of it, but I think it's almost like systemic that a lot of venture capitalists, for example, about 90% of them are male. So they invest in male-led businesses. But the irony of it is that women-led businesses actually generate
Do
3
better.
times returns of
Yeah.
men-related businesses. So, they're missing a chance here, really.
But you know what's
And
quite funny about that?
I
Just
would say this selfishly with the cop, babies are global,
yeah,
and
and they're
there's
going to keep
always going to
coming.
be babies. So,
But it's true. I think what I was going to say is that so there's loads of stats through job interviews, and almost men will apply for jobs that they're not qualified to do just because they're like, yeah, go for it, sod it. As where women
yeah,
almost have to be overqualified a lot of the time to go for a
yeah,
set. So almost on that same stat, I think part of the truth will be is that a lot of women founders have to be super, super confident and they know what they're
yes,
doing. Therefore,
yeah,
they're more successful. As you'll have a lot of men that wing something and try to do something when they're not actually qualified or trained to do it. And
yeah.
that's probably why you have a higher percentage failures. And it's almost like a confidence thing.
It is a confidence thing without a doubt, and I think we are more risk averse and not bullish. And it's not a criticism of blokes. Fair play to them; they've done well, but it's about time we
Well,
had
some of
that
them
sort of
haven't.
readjustment, and it's not enough, no. And it has been a significant challenge for me to try and get that investment in. But I do also understand that there is a risk investing in a pre-revenue business too. But until I've got some traction orders, that's the finalized product, and I'm not in a position to do that.
But
But
things
I
that
mean,
that's
there've been other things as well. It's like I took voluntary severance from my job 3 years ago, so there's no income coming in where there used to be. So that's
yeah.
no luxuries, and we can't do this, we can't do that. Thankfully, I've got quite a patient husband. I get a 6-month extension every 6 months. I said, it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be worth it in the end when we get there. So he's been brilliant actually throughout this. And I think the other challenge, I guess, for me is that I'm trained as a town planner. This is far from what I was trained to do. I'm not a product designer. A lot wouldn't say that, would they? They would say I'm not. But I'm not, and that is not my expertise. So I'm relying on professionals who can guide me and keep me on the straight and narrow in terms of what the business needs. So that's an interesting one, really. And I've also mentioned worry about someone getting there first, but hopefully my patterns will protect that from happening.
Yeah. But even if they do, so for instance, obviously we were talking about the business course that I do. You've had business courses around for hundreds of years, and there are loads of them. And a lot of them even you can get for free with European funding. But if you're confident you can do it better, as I know you are with your product and what you're
Yeah,
doing, it's, I think so often it's in the execution is where I think, you know, you'll thrive, because actually it's a really, really nice piece of kit. And even I love the hydraulic. It's a nice solid movement. You know,
Yeah.
it's not a rickety kind of
No.
thing.